Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is July 13th, 2018. And I did some searching on events in history on August 4th. And I've put a list of key events together. And I have a number of links that I will share with you so you can confirm for yourselves these events. And a number of things are going to strike you when you see the connections that are going to be made here. And I'll share a few comments along the way, but for the most part, I'm just going to read through these events right now, and then I'll leave the links for you if you want to search more into this. Okay, August 4 events in history. Day 216 of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6. In 70 AD, the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. And I will say this, the Matthew chapter 24 really, I believe, is a shadow of the Second Coming events. What happened in 70 AD, not one stone being left upon another. When you see the abomination of desolation, the destruction of the temple that happened on August 4th in 70 AD. There's so many things within Matthew chapter 24, the destruction of the temple, the abomination of desolation, what is the fleeing of the Jews into the wilderness because of the events that took place culminating on August 4th. The destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, this is really what I have been focusing on now. And this is why I am studying August 4th events in history. Now let's read through a list of events. In 1181, supernova seen in Cassiopeia. In 1558, first printing of Zohar, Jewish Kabbalah. 1693, date traditionally ascribed to Dom Perignon's invention of champagne. 1701, Great Peace of Montreal between New France and First Nations is signed. 1753, George Washington becomes a master mason. Basically, the dedication of the first president and of the United States to satanic ritual on August 4th, 1753. 1783, Mount Asama erupts in Japan, killing about 1,400 people. The eruption causes a famine, which results in an additional 20,000 deaths. 1792, by order of revolutionaries, all houses of worship close in France. 1830, plans for city of Chicago laid out. Here again is a connection between August 4th, Chicago, and Barack Obama. 1862, U.S. government collects its first income tax. 1889, the Great Fire of Spokane, Washington destroys some 32 blocks of the city, prompting a mass rebuilding project. 1914, in response to the German invasion of Belgium, Belgium and the British Empire declare war on Germany. The United States declares its neutrality on this same day. Four events connected to Adolf Hitler on August 4th. Adolf Hitler in 1918 receives the Iron Cross First Class for bravery on the recommendation of the Jewish superior, Lieutenant Hugo Gutmann. In 1934, today Hitler is all of Germany. The newspaper headline on August 4th, 1934, reflected the vital shift in power that had just taken place. 1942, First train with Jews departs Mechelen, Belgium to Auschwitz. August 4th, 1944. Anne Frank arrested in Amsterdam by German security police following a tip-off from an informer who was never identified. 1946. An earthquake of magnitude 8.0 hits northern Dominican Republic. 100 are killed and 20,000 are left homeless. 1961. Barack Obama, 44th President of the United States of America, is born. 1962. Nelson Mandela, captured by South African police. Another connection between Barack Obama and Nelson Mandela on August 4th. 1964. Bodies of civil rights workers are discovered in an earthen Mississippi dam. 1969, Vietnam War. At the apartment of French intermediary Jean Saint-Denis in Paris, American Representative Henry Kissinger and North Vietnamese Representative Xuan Thuy begin secret peace negotiations. The negotiations will eventually fail. 1971, the U.S. launches the first satellite into lunar orbit from a manned spacecraft, Apollo 15. Apollo being Apollyon, from the bottomless pit. 1972, Uganda dictator Idi Amin orders the expulsion of 50,000 Asians with British passports from Uganda. 1977, U.S. President Carter establishes the Department of Energy. Connection to Prince. And August 4th, 1984, the big year of George Orwell, 1984, and the connection to Prince. On August 4th, 1984, Prince's Purple Rain album goes number one, stays number one for 24 weeks. 1995, August 4th, Operation Storm begins in Croatia. A storm is coming. 2007, August 4th, NASA's Phoenix spacecraft is launched to Mars, the planet of war. 2009, Kim Jong-il meets former President Bill Clinton. He pardons and releases captured American journalists Una Lee and Laura Ling, who were found guilty of entering the country illegally. Connection between Donald Trump this year, the first sitting American president to meet with North Korean dictator, and a former president, Bill Clinton, who met with the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-il, in 2009 on August 4th. 2010, August 4th, California's Proposition 8, the ballot initiative prohibiting same-sex marriage passed by the state's voters in 2008 is overturned. So same-sex marriage that was prohibited is now allowed starting on August 4th, 2010. Two connections to Barack Obama and Iran on August 4th. In 2013, Hassan Rouhani is inaugurated as the president of Iran. The name Rouhani, if you spell it backwards, is in hour. And the Bible says that Babylon will be destroyed in an hour. Wondering if that might have to do with nuclear weapons coming from Iran. in an hour. So Hassan Rouhani is inaugurated on August 4th, 2013 as the president of Iran. Hamas and Israel agree to another 72-hour ceasefire, August 4th, 2014. And in 2015, on August 4th, a plague of locusts in southern Russia prompts a state of emergency to be declared. This other connection to Barack Obama and Iran on August 4th, 2016, listen to this. Speaking to reporters at the Pentagon, President Barack Obama vigorously denied that a $400 million cash payment to Iran was ransom to secure the release of 4 Americans jailed in Tehran. This, he said, on his birthday in 2016. And in 2018, August 4th, is Barack Obama Day. The state of Illinois will celebrate a commemorative holiday every August 4th, Obama's birthday, starting from 2018. And this is connected to August 4th. It was also the day that the city of Chicago put forth their plans to become a city on August 4th. Very interesting connections to Barack Obama, to Iran, to Hitler, to Prince, to Nelson Mandela, and leading us all the way back to the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. Basically, all the events that Jesus was talking about in Matthew chapter 24, starting with verses 1 and 2, when he said, "Not one stone will be left upon another," those events were fulfilled on August 4th in the year 70 AD. And we're focusing right now, is this the key that we need to understand about this 70th year that is 2018, the destruction of the temple on August 4th, 2018. I will leave all the links for you. I have a number of links here that I put together as I studied this. I will leave all these links for you in the description box, and I will also leave the links for you of my list of messages that I have already prepared that show us signs pointing to August 4th, connected by 7 days to the longest blood moon of the century on July 27th and 28th over Jerusalem. I pray you are blessed today. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.